Hello everybody. This year's Torah portion is Parshas Kisisa. The Torah in this year's Parsha discusses Hashem's 13 midos, 13 attributes of God's kindness. The last of them are Hashem forgives sin and transgression, and He cleanses. The Torah Zorah discusses how just as Hashem forgives others for their transgressions, also there's mitzvah for us to emulate that and forgive other people for their transgressions towards us. Similarly, there's a mitzvah, lo sitar. There's a mitzvah not to bear a grudge. This means if a person embarrasses us, hurts our feelings, is rude to us, there's a mitzvah not to bear a grudge, but rather to process it and ultimately try to forgive the person. This includes going over to the person and asking them if they can explain why they behave that way. But there's a mitzvah not to hold on to the negativity and bear the grudge. The Chavetz Chaim writes that when a person bears a grudge, it doesn't harm the other person. Rather, it fills the person who bears the grudge with negativity, with a ruach ra, with a spirit of impurity. Right? Often, when we feel a grudge, we think we feel like we want to hold on to it. The more we do that, the more we're harming ourselves. There's a famous saying that resentment is like drinking poison, hoping that the other person will die. Really, ultimately, resentment really just poisons us and kills us. I want to share with you a beautiful story that conveys this idea of not holding a grudge. Rav Moshe Feinstein was a great scholar who was among the greatest poskim, the greatest halachic authorities of his time. And a person who didn't like Rav Moshe Feinstein, who was also a scholar himself, but he was a very, very cynical and nasty person, once wrote a whole book refuting all of Rav Moshe's positions. And not simply content with refuting positions, he filled it with nasty remarks and with personal attacks. And not only that, he went to the same typesetter that Rav Moshe wrote his book in, and he asked the typesetter to print the book in the same typesetting, in a similar style. So when the typesetter saw this book, saw how nasty it was, he actually called Rav Moshe Feinstein and said, Rebbe, he wants me to publish this book, he wants to pay me for this book, but it's written in the same way as your book. What should I do? Moshe Feinstein said, I assume that if somebody who wants to write a book is looking to make some money off it and looking to build his reputation, it's a mitzvah to help any Jew. Mitzvah to do a Jew a favor. Let's do this Jew a favor. I'm sure you also can use the income. Go ahead, publish the book. Moshe Feinstein didn't bear a grudge towards a person. To the contrary, he wanted to do his best so the person can advance his personal welfare. So let's all learn a lesson from this beautiful story, and let's not hold on to grudges. Let's realize that we're harming ourselves, and let's emulate Hashem in forgiving others. Have a beautiful Shabbos.